Carla Charity here with you. I want to talk to you today, particularly to the people who maybe you feel like you're going somewhere, but you're not there yet. Maybe you're in transition. Maybe you have a calling. Maybe you have a dream or a desire to do something more than you're doing right now. But for whatever reason, for years at a time, or months, or however long it might be, you have had the desire and the vision for something more, but you've not got there yet. And I think that's a lot of us. Personally, I have suffered from multiple chronic illnesses and surgeries and accidents and on for, I guess, almost 15 years now. I always had a lot of illnesses growing up, but it was never enough to really slow me down. Definitely not enough to stop me because by nature I'm a very type A driven, ambitious person. I started working in any capacity when I was 12. If it was babysitting, house cleaning, what have you, I wanted to buy my own pantyhose. I wouldn't let my mom pay for my hairspray if I had the money myself. So I've always wanted to be very independent and hardworking. So when you've got that type of personality, and then you're put in a position where you're limited by your physical ability, it's extremely frustrating. And I know I'm not the only one, but when you're going through it, and in that transition time, when you go from being a very driven, ambitious person to having your limitations really severely stripped down, that is a devastating thing to accept. So if you're in that position right now, I want to tell you, number one, you're not alone. Um, there are far more of us who have had that happen than I would like to admit or to think is true. But for whatever reason, maybe you're not sick, maybe you've not had an accident or illness, maybe you're a mom, which is a wonderful thing, but maybe you had bigger dreams for yourself than being just a mom. Not that there's such a thing as just a mom, because oh my gosh, everything that requires of us is, it's just astounding, the things that moms have to be responsible for, and the skills and the qualities and the strengths that we have to do that job. But sometimes we feel like maybe that's not the only thing we wanted to do. Maybe you had career plans, maybe you had a calling, maybe you had a dream, and you feel like the dream's been put on hold. I just want to say to you, don't give up. Doesn't matter how old you are, how many children you have, how limited you feel like you may be physically, financially, whatever it may be. If God put that dream there in your heart, it's there for a reason. He's given you gifts and talents and skills and a burning desire for that, then don't let it go. I don't care if you are 80 years old before it comes to fruition, do it. Don't give up on it. You have a purpose. But what I was going to say, especially, is back, gosh, 5 years ago, I was struggling with this because I have been for a long time. And one thing that I had read in a devotional by Israel Houghton, I think I said his name right, he's a musician and a minister. I had read in a Joyce Meyer magazine where he had done an article, and one particular quote of his really stood out to me. And it said, "Strength is for service, not for status." So status is about, really about pride. It's about feeling important and feeling like you're validated, which is a normal need, but sometimes we can let that get out of proportion. So the strength you have, or the situation that you may be in, you may be given enough strength or opportunity to do whatever your service is at that time. So maybe you have a bigger dream, a more ambitious calling, a desire for something, but you're not there yet. That's okay. Just know that you are in a training right now for what's to come, and everything you're doing while you're waiting is preparing you for where you're going to go. It's building character. It's building patience. I know I needed that a lot apparently, and I still do. Those things are necessary to get you in a position where you can handle the calling and the blessing that are coming.